What's good, everyone? Welcome to the channel. This is College Football 26 Dynasty Mode, where we're building a program from the ground up, recruiting future stars and chasing championships the hard way. No shortcuts, no handouts, just pure college football chaos. If you love close games, Heisman level recruiting, clutch moments, and program rebuilds, you are absolutely in the right place. In this series, we're taking Texas State and turning them into a national powerhouse. Every decision matters, though, from the recruiting trail to fourth down calls in the biggest moments of the season. And make sure you like the video to keep the YouTube trolls happy, drop a comment with your predictions, and subscribe to stay alongside the journey. Currently, the Texas State Bobcats have traveled to Las Vegas to take on the UNLV Rebels. This team, like the Texas State Bobcats, has a gun-wide offense with a few tricks here and there to be able to create space and, more importantly, get their wide receivers open and feature a dynamic running game. Their running back number 5 is very good, and he's able to break tackles very well. I don't know about you, but I'm looking forward to seeing how this matchup goes. And as we start, I think we're going to have a long day ahead of us. And as mentioned in the prologue, we're able to see that this guy is good in space. He's fast, he's quick, he's able to break tackles, and he's smooth on his cuts going in and out. Man, that's a hell of a back, and that's as much as you can ask for from a running back, honestly. Mentioned in previous episodes, I'm going to go ahead and see if we can try to attack linebacker and try to see if we can identify bigger bodies for the nickel side and nickel corner. That way we can identify who we can put in the box to help us get a spy available or help us avoid these big plays from the quarterback. So that way we can tamper down and create more turnovers on the ball by getting these players to throw it and give it to us. Like, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know about y'all, but one thing that really consistently grinds my gears is seeing an opposing offense work their way down the field, matriculating the ball with consistent play. As in, okay, they're finding dinks and dunks here and there, not the over-the-top, okay, 30-yard bomb, you found open space, you beat my rush, you beat my coverage. No. One thing that grinds my gears is seeing someone matriculate the ball down the field successfully over and over and over. By the time the game ends, you see the box score, they went 13 of 19 on third down conversions, or they went, 11 of 17 on third down conversions with 2 of 3 on fourth down conversions. That grinds my gears because that's a loss of a possession you could have, or it has just extended their possession and dominated the time of possession for their end. It really just grinds my gears how consistently offense can move at Heisman mode. Is it fun? Absolutely. But it grinds my gears as a defensive. Now, that could be the sicko in me, or that could be the coach in me, but I think it's fun to see the challenge of how to identify what can break a defense or what can create a scheme advantage within the game. It really is fun. It really is. Now, one thing I will give UNLV is that their offensive line does dominate the line of scrimmage very well. And that is something I want to employ at our school to be able to create these opportunities as you see here. Just enough time to be able to get separation from a corner, just enough time to find that space against the linebackers, and just enough time to get to the second level for running backs or fullbacks or anybody running from the backfield, like a Q. Like most people in today's age, I think the Q not being able to run is almost as bad as having a quarterback that is not accurate as a pocket passer. There's something to that second dimension of being able to create space or create opportunities as a force multiplier, being a dual threat. from the Q position. As a coach, I believe that there is such things as like the hidden yardage, not just from a penalty, but from broken plays or being able to create dynamic plays such as this, as in you're turning a pass play into a run play by changing those pass lanes into run lanes now. It dynamically affects the rush lanes from a pass rush perspective. And it changes how you guard them. Now you have to set contain. Now you have to change how your stunts are manipulating from a defensive line perspective. You have to also change the back end of the coverage because you're going to have to create more mismatches within that front four or front five or pressure package you're creating that now has to complement the back end on coverage. And one thing that I can confidently say with this iteration of Texas State is that it is not a great man-to-man coverage scheme developed team as it is. The athletes are just not able to showcase the coverage due to the fact that they're limited athletically. They're not able to jump as high to affect that passing lane. They're not able to get into space and attack from a good leverage position. They're not able to get to their drop depth correctly. And so that causes the coach or us to have to change that on the fly or in the middle of the play or before a play is set in a pre-play sense, where you're going to have them either attack outside, underneath, inside, or dynamically change everything by, hey, go over the top with your coverage. And that can set you up for a number of possible issues underneath or outside or inside. And then it becomes whack-a-mole at that point. And any quality coach or even a Monday morning quarterback can tell you the last thing you want to play defensively is whack-a-mole with any type of offense, whether that be the triple option, gun wide, veer and shoot, hell, even the running gun. The last thing you want to play is let's see if this works on the fly. As we spoke about in our previous episode, I believe edge rush wise, we're going to be covered because we can find the archetype that we need to fill the role of edge, such as Ty Morris here being able to get off the tackle's pass blocking set that he was able to present a good leverage from. Whether you're a 3-star, 5-star transfer portal prospect, if you're able to rush the passer, you're able to rush the passer. One thing is for certain though, interior pass rushers are so hard to identify and find, especially within any type of scheme. Defensively, that is going to be a penetrating 4-3 or a 4-2 that is going to be demanding them 2-gapping. It's hard to find interior pass rushers. Here, we're going to go ahead and show a cover 1 shell and see if we can retreat to create ourselves space defensively in the back end. And we do get away with it. Our linebackers match up with wide receiver. Would we like to happen that on a normal basis? No, not at all. Because as we see here, linebackers in space, if they do not have the speed, if they are not able to drop into those hook curl flats, it creates a ton of problems. And as we spoke about earlier, number 5 is a problem. So let's go ahead and see if we can safeguard ourselves by identifying this talented set of corners, linebackers, and safeties that can help us win in the end. Now, one example here is showcasing how we're able to get a player to play two different levels, from coming in from the second level to now dropping back and being able to get deeper into coverage and take that hook curl flat defender position. This is hard to do, folks. This is hard to do in a game. It's hard to do in real life. Playing both of those lanes and creating that turnover is very difficult. Because not only are you fooling the front, you're also trying to fool that quarterback. And that is difficult to do because that quarterback's job is to manipulate not just the front, but manipulate the pass coverage. As shown here, this is one individual I do want to find time to get the plays in for because he does uniquely identify with our playing style, and that's Cornelius Warren, the running back number 28. He is very fast. He's able to break tackles very smoothly, and I think he's just a joy to play with. He is someone I look forward to building this offense with continually with Kyrie Williams. In case Greg Burrell leaves, I think this guy right here is going to be fun for this offense, whoever we bring in with Gums. The only restriction I really have with Warren is you just cannot use him consistently because he does wear down. And it might be due to the fact that he is an underclassman, but I believe we can build with him moving forward. Now, one thing I continually want to showcase is that running backs in space that can catch the ball are just, man, they're so underrated because they are able to just change the game plan of a defense so dramatically. You're now running to the curl flat or the hook curl flat, and someone gets out there in space with size, strength, and speed. Yeah, that's a bad matchup right there, buddy. Now, unlike the last play, I read this incorrectly. I wanted to see if we as a team could try to get one last first down and march out of here quickly, but I did not read that hook curl flat defender. And I didn't read the relationship, and I didn't get the ball out quick enough, or I didn't throw it downfield far enough. So here we are for interception. That's on the coach. Let's go and see if we can move forward and get better. And just like any good coach, I take responsibility for this play. It should not have been available in the first place because, again, that turnover is on me. But with that, the Texas State Bobcats walk out of Las Vegas with another victory. Now moving forward to 8-0. The Texas State Bobcats, ranked 20th, are now able to walk out and get a strong lead in the Pac-12 moving forward. And with that, let's go ahead and roll over to our recruiting board with Doug Karama and Moses Mama being our possible future playmakers on this team. We are in the lead for Moses, and I'm looking forward to this guy being brought into the program. We're going to go ahead and lower it and see if we can move these recruiting resources to another player. And overall, Georgia does have a commanding lead in the recruiting battle. We are at the lower end, but I think we can change that with just a few more solid weeks. Doug Karama, I think, is going to be great. Alex Pryor is going to find a way onto this roster some way, somehow. We're going to need to see if we can break this battle with North Texas. And then we have a slew of athletes and players that I believe can fit somewhere, somehow on this roster. Don't know where, but we're going to find out one way or another in the offseason, especially when we're changing these positions and finding who is going to be able to help raise the floor of this roster. Not everybody's going to be a gem. Not everybody needs to be a 5-star. Not everybody needs to be 99 overall or have caps that go out of this world. But if you can be dynamic within your position, if you can be productive with the snaps you do get, I believe we can find a place for you here. Now, one thing I do want to say, though, is this late into the season, if you drop us on the recruiting board, I don't believe there's a chance of coming back from this point forward. Even with the amount of recruiting hours being flexible, I think it's just better use to scout people, find out where their caps are, or find out where they're starting from. Because again, we want to raise the floor of this roster. We want to build talent. And one thing I've noticed as a coach is that talent wants to play with talent. Nobody wants to be the big fish in the small pond consistently. Because that can become not just demanding, that can become tiresome, the amount of touches you're put through a game, whether that be carries, catches, passes, pass blocks, pass defenses, run blocks, run defenses. It can become troublesome, and the wear and tear just grows and grows and grows. All the while, the demand never stops, so the supply has to keep going. So one thing I will continue to do is see if later on in the season we can identify some corners that we can bring in, or see if we can find some corners that haven't been offered at this point and see if we can offer and sneak up on some folks and grab some guys here and there, or maybe just one that we can identify, scout, and grab before the end of this season and lock them into this roster. And with that, I want to go ahead and see if we could get a brief synopsis of what the landscape is showing. Texas State has now moved to 18 in the top 25. As far as the bowl projection goes, we do have Maryland going against Eastern Michigan. Then the Ventures Bowl, Alamo Bowl, has us featured against BYU. Let's go ahead and see if we can get to the playoffs, though. Texas State is ranked number 2 in the Pac-12 with a 1.5 star rating. Let's go ahead and see if we can build that up a little bit higher to recruit and build this program up. Our ultimate goal is not to be 99, it's to be the best that we could possibly be within this conference and dominate the home turf that we have to. One idea I have thought about is bringing back Oregon or possibly UCLA to the Pac-12 to see if we can commit to a more holistic idea of conference alignment. Y'all go ahead and let me know what y'all think about that in the comment section. One thing I like is that this family is building this dynasty together. I don't think any one piece shouldn't be understated, that it is fun as a group that we're able to build this experience. I don't think it can be seen any other way than a group project, y'all. It's been fun. So I look forward to it, and I look forward to y'all enjoying it as much as I do. So we're going to go ahead and showcase the talent on the opposite side for our next matchup. TJ Harden will be a problem. That 90 overall, y'all, it's not for fun and games. Ymir Knight is going to be a problem as well. Lavender, Singletary, Riordan is going to be, oh man, he's going to be tough. This offensive line is filled with studs on the edge, and their defensive ends, although they may be lower rating, they are still quite capable, especially their right side. It is, man, it's quite capable. It's quite capable, y'all. Now their back end, they're a little bit, how can I put it, undermanned, but they are suitable within this defensive scheme. And their safety number 24, he is nothing to sneeze at with that 90 overall rating. But with that, let's go ahead and end this video. I will see you in the next episode where we take on the SMU Mustangs for supremacy of the Pac-12. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe.